Hello and welcome to Fortation, a hybrid event live from Fort Gorges in Casco Bay, Maine. I'd like to start this event with a land acknowledgement in the form of a moment of silence. Welcome and thank you for joining us. You're truly participating in an historic moment today. This is the first permitted event in the history of Fort Gorges. There have been artists performing here. Friends of Fort Gorges have had artists from around the country. Others have done other things here. Visual art, music, family celebrations, weddings, going back generations. And today the tradition continues with a little added twist with you joining us virtually. The history of Fort Gorges holds a significant place, not just in Portland or Casco Bay, but in Maine. And we'd like to get a round of applause from our audience to acknowledge that history. And without further ado, we'd like to introduce you to our first act, a percussion act by Shankar and Mike Effengberger. Welcome back to Fortation. I'm Paul Drinan, Executive Director with Friends of Fort Gorges. Thank you, Brian and Mike. That was tremendous. We have a round of applause for Brian and Mike. The reason we're here, one of the reasons we're here, is to raise money to save Fort Gorges. Literally, save Fort Gorges. Most of the fort is in excellent structural condition, but over here, back to my left, there's one area that's in dire need of temporary stabilization. So the Your Fort Preservation Campaign's primary goal is to install cribbing in that area and do the masonry repairs necessary to keep this space accessible to the public for generations to come. If we can raise the full amount of this plan, which is $500,000 with a $250,000 cash match from the City of Portland, if we can raise the full amount, there's a second part of that plan, and that is to improve access to the area we call the Southwest Outlook, and that's up here above me to my right. If you're not familiar with these areas, the casemates and the outlooks, get in touch with Fort Gorges. Friends of Fort Gorges will get you out here for a tour. We'll show you the space. We'll tell you more about the history and its significance. To talk more now about the preservation plan, we have a testimony from the City of Portland's Parks and Rec and Facilities Director, Ethan Hipple. Ethan was kind enough to come out here, take time out of his day to give a testimony to help tell you why he thinks the fort is worth saving.
This place, I remember first visiting here 6 years ago and walking through the Sally Port and just having my mind blown with the beauty of this place and how much there is to explore, the wildlife here. And since then, I've gotten to bring so many other people here. I've brought my family here and other staff with our department, and getting to see the look on their faces, that sense of wonder and discovery when they come in here. It's like no other experience in Portland, really. And so to me, that is why this place is unique and important. One of the things that we're most concerned with is, running a city parks and rec department, we want to see access for all kinds of people. Right now, there's a fairly select adventurous group that can get out here, people who own their own boats or kayaks or paddle boards even, people come out here. So it's great, it's an adventure to get here, and that's wonderful, and that'll always be the case. But we also want to make it so more groups of school kids and families and senior citizens or people with disabilities or other groups who don't get a chance to come out on the water can get out here. And I know the Friends are dedicated to that too, and that's why they're doing the work they're doing to help save this place. The preservation plan we have had on our capital improvement list for a good time now, 5 years. And we have not been able to get that funding approved yet in our capital improvement plan. So we are really excited and hopeful that we can match the funds that we're looking for in the capital improvement plan with funds raised privately by the Friends of Four Gorges. So whether it's foundations, individual giving, grants, corporate support, it's all going to come together to form this private support for the fort to match the public support.
Thank you, Ethan. We're really happy to have the support of the City of Portland in our efforts to save Fort Gorges. You just heard a little bit of my Boston accent. It's only taken me 30 years to lose it. Ethan talked a little bit about the cash match, and on a side note with cash, everything we do here, like any other nonprofit, especially on an island, it takes money and resources. And in that regard, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our peer-level sponsors this year. This event and our tour season and our scholarships would not be possible without the generous support of Coffee by Design, Original Maine, and the Town Landing Market. We can have a round of applause, organizations. We're very, very grateful for their support. And now back to the history of the fort. In between the time the military occupied the fort and the time the City of Portland took it over in 1960, there were two caretaker families who lived here. And one of them raised a little girl. Her name was Lyda, L-Y-D-A. And out front in what we call the North Cove right now is a little Boston whaler. It's our first work boat the Friends ever acquired. And we named that boat after that little girl. The boat's name is Lyda. And Lyda's great-granddaughter lives over in South Portland. She always sends us notes and is just very, very supportive and interested in what's going on here. As a tribute to Lyda, our choreographer today, Julie Fox, has put together a piece called For Lyda, featuring Terrence Karn and Gwydir.
Hi, my name is Keela Balan, and I'm from Portland, Maine. I love Fort Gorgeous because it's super fun and cool. I think you would enjoy visiting it.
Hi, my name is Flo. I'm from New York City. I live right near the High Line. I love the High Line, and it made what was once inaccessible accessible to all. I love Fort Gorgeous, and thumbs up to friends of Fort Gorgeous and its vision for this fort.
Hey, I'm David Shaw. I'm here at Fort Gorgeous with friends of Fort Gorgeous, and I've brought some of my family out here. And I just want to congratulate the friends for their important stewardship work here, and let's see if we can, in perpetuity, turn this into a really important historical and cultural asset in our community.
My name is Dwayne. I'm from Lyman, Maine, and this is my first trip out to Fort Gorgeous. It's an amazing place. You have to come out and see it. It's got some really old architecture in it, some real history to it, and it's well worth the trip out here to see it, and it's well worth preserving.
Hi, my name is Roger Burley. I am the current board president of the Friends of Fort Gorgeous. I'm also a lifelong resident of Cliff Island, so I have been by Fort Gorgeous thousands of times, ferry, private boat, whatever, and I have always been intrigued by the fort. I first came here 30 years ago. I've been coming here ever since privately. I put on events here. I have helped organizations learn about the fort. Right now, I'd like you to learn about the fort from going to our website and coming out here to enjoy it yourself. But the particular opportunity I want to put forward is that we have an opportunity to address a cash match offer from the City of Portland of $250,000. We need to do our share of that, a like amount, and so you can help us by becoming familiar with the fort, by coming here and enjoying it, and by making a donation, becoming involved, volunteering, whatever way you choose. So we look forward to having you here and helping us accomplish our mission.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey Doss. I'm from Falmouth, Maine. I've lived in the Portland area since 1989. Been boating ever since. I've always wanted to get into this fort. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy it's been restored. What a wonderful facility. I hope it's able to be opened up for other individuals to come out. Nice celebrations. Just a wonderful place in a wonderful bay in a wonderful state.
Hi, my name's Kelly, and I am from Vermont, and I experienced this fabulous tour today, which takes us back to a time long ago, and the historical significance of this place is absolutely amazing. The architecture and the tranquility and the beauty is a must-see.
You think it's worth saving?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's gorgeous.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us. If you're just tuning in, we're here live at Fort Gorgeous for Fortation. We have some people here with us today, and we hope you're enjoying the show from Facebook Live. Before we move on, I'd love to go back to the previous act and just have a round of applause for that piece for Lida. That was really, really great. And thanks to those testimonials, other than our board member, Roger Burley, those are folks that we just met out here randomly appreciating the fort. To experience the fort is to know it, and to know it is to understand its value, its cultural significance, and to understand why it's worth saving. And those folks, that first time here, they don't even live here, it just made an impression on them, as you could see. You may have heard during one of those testimonials, I think it was Dwayne from Lyman, Maine, some ethereal, angelic sounds. And so that is our next performer, soprano Devin Dukes.
Sì, sì, ci voglio andare, e se l'ama s'intorno, andrei su ponte vecchio, ma per buttarmi in arno, mi struggo e mi tormento. Farei morir. Babbo, pietà, pietà. Babbo, pietà, pietà. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mush is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing, and you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. Until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. I have one more that I wanted to sing for everyone, and I'm just going to preface it by saying it's been a hard year and a half, and so this one I chose especially for everybody's hearts. When you walk through a storm, keep your head up high. And don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on,
Welcome back. I hope you were tuned in for that last performer because it was truly magical. That voice in this space was incredible. So thank you very much, Devin Dukes. Let's have a round of applause for Devin Dukes. And if you did see that, I hope you are inspired to go to friendsoffortgorges.org and donate now. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our next performer, Shanti Deschaine.
When we dream of leaves and queens and of sheep
Hey, welcome back to Fortation at Fort Gorgeous. We just heard from Shanti Deschaine. And now we have a few of our audience members here who have their own story to tell about Fort Gorgeous. And with me is Linda Bancroft, who grew up on Munjoy Hill. Is that correct?
I did.
And this is your first time here.
It is my first time. Yes. And
Hold your microphone up there.
got it.
So what's the story? Why did it take you so long to get here?
I don't know, but I grew up here. I looked out at the fort all the time. I lived on the eastern prom, literally looking at this fort every day, and never got here. But certainly happy to be here, and just pulling up to the fort and walking through and coming in here. Was emotional, really, for me, and it is just unbelievable and a spectacular place. We've been a supporter of Friends of Fort Gorgeous from the beginning. My husband and I have, and we've been wanting to come, and so now here we are, and we certainly will continue to support. We believe in the mission here and in this organization. It is so important to the city of Portland, and I urge everyone to support this organization, whether you're from Munjoy Hill or just from Portland or from afar, because it is definitely worth saving.
Thank you, Linda. Thanks for taking time to chat with us. Next up is Mary Ellen Lindeman, friend and supporter from Coffee by Design. Mary Ellen, welcome today. This is not your first time at Fort Gorgeous, though, is it?
Coming over on the boat, I had such amazing memories of the first time here. And first of all, how could we not all acknowledge what a beautiful day it is? And Fort Gorgeous at its finest, but it is always fine. And I have to say, the first time I came here was 20 years ago, and it was actually, at the time, we had a young staff. Coffee by Design was a young company, and we decided to do a day of adventure with our staff. And so having Aaron here and you, we came with Ripple Effect and did Survivor Coffee by Design. And the first stop was Fort Gorgeous. And Fort Gorgeous was where we all were to see, could we come together as a community? Could our staff of people, not even our staff, our friends, these are people we've had with us for years, could we all come together as a non-athletic group of people? And could we actually join a community and share and spend a day together? And to have Fort Gorgeous be the first stop, the first place of safety, if you will. And it was almost that we didn't want to move on because it was such a powerful moment of being here together and seeing this space and the adventure of exploring and learning the history. So many of us did not know the history of the space and the beauty of it. And here we are 20 years later, and I've been here a few times since. But every time I come, it's a reminder of what we cannot lose, what makes Portland unlike any other city, our bay unlike any other, and the things we need to fight hard to protect, preserve, and in this time of diversity and inclusion, it needs to remain open to all.
Thank you very much. Those are powerful words and powerful stories. We appreciate you coming up to chat. Thank you. Next up, we have a dynamic duo from Greater Portland Landmarks, our good friends. Oh, look, skipping into frame, I'll give you the microphone, Sarah, from Greater Portland Landmarks, their new executive director, and board member Ed Gardner. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you.
So, Sarah, do you want to tell us why you think Fort Gorgeous is worth saving?
I'd love to, and I'm going to have a very hard time doing that in a very short amount of time. But this is such an extraordinary place and has so many amazing stories to tell about the time that it was built and all the things that were happening in Portland, and we are so lucky to have this here. And I just want to thank you, first of all, for inviting all of us here today to enjoy this beautiful site and all this amazing art, but for all of the work that you're doing. The Friends of Fort Gorgeous is such a needed, necessary group, and we are so proud to support all of the work that you're doing and so happy to be involved. And this is just such a spectacular place that needs to be accessible to a whole lot more people.
Well, ditto to Landmarks and all the work you do, and we have similar situations here with, Sarah's group. Greater Portland Landmarks has led the way with a city-owned property, the Portland Observatory. They've been successfully doing tours there for many, many years. They've exposed a lot of people to that history and opened it up for people to appreciate. And so we hope to use that as a model here for Fort Gorges.
It couldn't be a more perfect model.
Great.
And we're here for you.
Well,
we love it.
We're blessed to have your support. And now, Ed, I know that you have a personal story about Casco Bay and Fort Gorges.
Well, Paul, I've been boating around this fort for decades now, starting with my dad when I was a kid. And it was always this mystical, magical place that we never set foot on until you brought us out here, some board members from Greater Portland Landmark several years ago. And now, being able to bring my friends out to this fort to enjoy this second crown jewel of Portland, I'll call it, the Portland Observatory being one. And now Fort Gorges. No, this was here with the same, nautical mariner thing that we needed in Casco Bay. But thank you for being here and helping save this beautiful place.
Great. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of the event to join us for a little testimony. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
And now we have another performer coming up. A Portland phenom, Viva.
This is a very old and very important folk song. Sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina io sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh il partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Oh partigiano, portami via. Che mi sento di morire. Me seppellire lassù in montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Me seppellire lassù in montagna sotto l'ombra di un bel fiore. Tutte le genti che passeranno. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Tutte le genti che passeranno. Molto credo che bel fiore. Questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Questo è il fiore del partigiano morto per la libertà. Questo è il fiore del partigiano morto per la libertà. This is Spanish Grease by Willie Bobo with lyrics by Kirsty McCall. wherever he went, he said, let's make love on a mountain top, under the stars on a big hard rock. I said, in these shoes? I don't think so. I said, honey, let's do it here. So we're sitting at a bar in Guadalajara. In walks a guy with a faraway look in his eyes. He said, I've got a powerful horse outside. Climb on the back, I'll take you for a ride. I know a little place we can get there for the break of day. I said, in these shoes? No way, Jose. I said, honey. I said, honey. I said, honey. Honey. Let's do it here. Me gusta caminar, puede montar al caballo, como se puede bailar, es un escándalo. No le gusta caminar, puede montar al caballo, como se puede bailar. Es un escándalo. No le gusta caminar, no puede montar al caballo, como se puede bailar. Es un escándalo. No le gusta caminar, puede montar al caballo, como se puede bailar. Ain't got nobody. Look what you can get. Ain't got nobody. Look what you can get. No, no le gusta. No puede, no puede, no puede, no puede, no puede montar. Then a man, an Englishman, oh, he said, won't you walk up and down my spine? It makes me feel strangely alive. I said, in these shoes, I doubt you'd survive. I said, honey, let's do it here. No le gusta caminar, no puede montar al caballo, como se puede bailar. Es un escándalo. No le gusta caminar, no puede montar, como se puede bailar. Es un escándalo.
And welcome back. Round of applause for Viva Deco Jazz. Well, we hope you've enjoyed Fortation Live here at Fort Gorgeous. We need to go out Again, with a special thanks to our season sponsors, the peer sponsors, Coffee by Design, Original Maine, Town Landing Market. Let's have a round of applause for them. And also our granite level sponsors, Allagash, Bangor Savings, and Ed Gardner, the Gardner Group Real Estate. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, if you think this place is special, if you think it's worth saving, please go to friendsoffortgorgeous.org. There's a donate button there. Donate generously. This is the year we save the fort. We have a $250,000 cash match from the city of Portland. We need to show them, we need to show the community. It's up to you. Help us save this fort because it's your fort. Thank you. And thank you.